The Enlightenment, a pivotal period that began around 1700, sought to dismantle barriers to progress through rational thinking. It aimed to foster acceptance of newly acquired knowledge, particularly from the 16th and 17th century scientific revolution. Characterized by an emphasis on reason as a universal criterion for judgment, the Enlightenment challenged traditional, rigid ideologies, advocating for liberation from the constraints of tradition and customary law. Friedrich Nietzsche had mixed feelings about the Enlightenment. On one hand, he thought that it led to a reduction that ignored human emotions too much. According to him, knowledge and understanding only give us a limited view of the world. In one of his early, unpublished works dedicated to Cosima Wagner in 1872, he wrote, "Art is more powerful than knowledge because it seeks life, while the latter, as its ultimate goal, only achieves destruction." In his first philosophical work, The Birth of Tragedy from the Spirit of Music, he even pointed fingers at Socrates and the Sophists, blaming them for the decline compared to the holistic view of the world he saw in tragedy. However, Nietzsche did appreciate the Enlightenment overall, especially because it marked the decline of religion. He felt that while religious feelings constantly sought to conquer new territories, growing Enlightenment shook the dogmas of religion and instilled a deep distrust. This led feelings, ousted from the religious sphere, to find expression in art, and sometimes even in politics and science. Nietzsche believed that strict science played a crucial role in liberating the mind. Pursuing strict science might not yield huge results, but it builds energy, reasoning ability, and endurance. Nietzsche, however, also warned against the potential errors that could arise from an incomplete understanding of the Enlightenment. He criticized the Enlightenment for its extreme nature, arguing that the slave, desiring the unconditional, understands only tyranny, even in morality. This skepticism about suffering, rooted in aristocratic morality, played a role in the French Revolution, according to Nietzsche. He blamed figures like Rousseau, who, unlike Voltaire, aimed for societal changes rather than educational improvements. Nietzsche cautioned against political and social fantasists, calling for the overthrow of all orders, as history showed that such upheavals often brought back wild energies and ancient excesses. Drawing on Nietzsche's ideas, Theodor Adorno noted that Nietzsche recognized the dialectic of enlightenment and its ambivalent relationship to domination. Nietzsche saw two paths emerging from the Enlightenment, one leading to liberation and the other to nihilism. Nietzsche associated Voltaire with liberation and Rousseau with the latter path. For Nietzsche, the Enlightenment had halted prematurely. People, including Kant, failed to draw the necessary consequences from their insights. The critique of religion by Voltaire and Kant was insufficient, and German idealism, attempting to determine the absolute, regressed behind the Enlightenment. Nietzsche urged a continuation and radicalization of the Enlightenment, emphasizing a revaluation of all values and a return to the pre-Socratic worldview. He believed that truth and morality could no longer be fixed values, leading to perspectivism and nihilism. Nietzsche saw the task of enlightenment as exposing lies in both the church and the state, making leaders aware of intentional lies, depriving them of a good conscience, and bringing out the unconscious hypocrisy from the European mindset.